Okay, welcome to the video of the week. Today we are going to do something different. I am going to just share a lesson that I had recently with my friend Marek. And it was a lesson we created together using things that he needed to learn, that he wanted to learn, and it will give you a good idea of what our lessons look like. We know that everybody is struggling to make it through this difficult time. We are open for business. If anybody is interested in studying with us, please contact us at the email address below. Hope you enjoy it. As usual, please click subscribe and like and share if you think it's useful. And if you have any questions or comments, write them in the comments section below. Look at this shirt. Woo! Greek sailor, man of mystery, both? Yes.
Yes, what a beautiful shirt! You look like a shahi.
Like a what? Like a stud? Like a man?
Your skirt.
My skirt?
Your skirt.
Do you know what
It's
skirt?
beautiful.
Do you know
You
what?
look beautiful, exactly like a shahi.
What is like a shahi? I don't know what that is.
Shahid is a volunteer who wants to pump himself.
You're saying I look like a terrorist.
Yes.
This is going to be called Fun with Marek. This is going to go on YouTube, so why don't you introduce yourself? Why don't you tell my 10 people who watch this where you live, what you do?
It is not their fucking business where I live and what I do. The most important is that this lesson would be fine for them.
So last time you wanted to talk about the word sign, right?
Sign. Okay, I will give you an example of using this word. Okay.
Perfect.
My father made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Luca Brasi held a gun. Luca Brasi held a gun. Held or held?
Held a gun. Luca
Brasi held a gun to his head, and my father accused,
assumed him, forced him, told him.
No, zapewnić. Assured
him.
Either his brain or his signature would be on the contract.
Now, that is not sign.
Godfather.
Yes, it's perfect. But listen, signature is the noun of sign.
Of course.
But it's not.
That is what we are talking about. So, the gangster, I mean the Godfather.
Yes.
wants to sign this man some papers.
The Godfather wanted that man.
The Godfather wanted that man to sign some papers. At first, this person didn't want
to sign.
He didn't want to sign the papers. So the gangster decided to send his, we say in Polish, right hand to him.
Well, you'd say this. The Godfather decided to send in his right-hand man. Right-hand man is what we say in English. That's a great example, Mark.
I know, because I am a great man.
But what about if we, for example, sign up for something?
When I went to this website, I'm usually talking about, English club. I had to sign up.
Okay, so when I first went... You'd say this. When I first joined English club. The English club?
I first joined the English club. I had to sign it.
No, because...
I had to sign up. Mm-hmm.
Before what? Before I could use the service?
Because I could use the service.
Okay, read that again.
full service, maybe full service.
Uh-huh.
No, when I first joined English club, or English club.
Probably just English club if it's a name.
So when I first joined English club, I had to sign up before I could chat.
Okay, good. So sign up for means what? How would you explain it in using English words?
Log in, something like that.
Login is a little bit different. Sign up is when you give information to a group or club, for example, because you want to join or start using a service.
Okay, I will try to give you another example. I signed up.
No.
Signed up?
Yeah, the pronunciation of this word is sign, and the past is signed. And the third form is the same. So signed, okay?
I signed up for English lesson.
One or many?
For English lessons in 2007.
And how long did you study for? And I studied for...
I had studied or I studied for? I see for.
Yeah, because in English, when you want to say how long you do something, you say for. So I have lived in Poland for 12 years. I walk for 1 hour every day.
So I signed up for English lesson in 2007, and I studied for 10 years or something like that.
Here are some examples. If I say, how long will you go on holiday? I will go on holiday for 2 weeks. How long will you live in Poland? I will live in Poland for 10 years. So for...
Could you ask me how long I was married? How long were you married? You know that I'm not married man now. So could you ask me how long were you married?
Perfect. How long were you married?
But you know that I'm not married.
Yeah. Because the grammar "were you married" is only used for something that's finished. How long were you a student? How long were you a doctor? Whatever. You know from this grammar that it's finished. If I say, how long have you been married? I know from that construction that you are still married. All right, I know you know. You use for when you talk about how long, and it doesn't matter which tense. Look at this. I had studied English for 5 years before I signed up for lessons with you.
I had studied English for 7 years before I signed up.
Not signed, signed.
Signed up for lesson with Simon.
Lessons.
Or somebody else.
Okay, good. Lessons.
Lessons.
Remember, if you say lesson, it has to be a lesson, and then it means one.
With Simon.
You can use for anytime you say how long you want to do something. How long will you take a nap? For 1 hour.
Okay, I give you another example with this tense, okay?
Okay.
Wait a second. How long do you boil eggs for hard boiled?
For hard boiled, okay.
So present perfect. Present simple.
Yeah, because present.
We are talking about something what we do in general.
Yes, it's a general rule. Remember, present simple is for habit, routine, fact. And
what about this example from the movie I've watched recently? And here is what I cross in.
Came across. Came across.
And here is what I came across. You stopped being my mother the day you left Williamsburg. Williamsburg is a place in Brooklyn. The grammar is okay, as I believe.
Yeah, you stopped being my mother the day you left Williamsburg or Williamsburg?
Williamsburg.
Okay.
Williamsburg. What if I change the tense?
Changed.
You haven't been my mother since you left me behind when I was 10 years old. Works or doesn't work?
Yeah, you haven't been my mother since you left me behind. It means the day that you left me behind, you stopped being my mother in a figurative sense.
You haven't been my mother since you left me behind when I was 10 years old.
Yeah, perfect. English is easy.
Works.
Yeah.
Works.
It works.
Can I ask another?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm going to write this one though, okay?
Okay, why not? Why not?
Okay, so I'm going to put this as Marek's examples. This is great. I love nothing more than when students come to lessons with examples and questions. It's beautiful. All right, give it to me.
First original version, okay?
Okay.
You stopped being my mother.
Williamsburg, like that?
Williamsburg, yes.
Okay.
Can you podkreślić, kurde, I don't know how to say in English.
Underline.
Underline the word being. Being. After stop it. You stopped.
Okay.
Underline this. It is very important. For Marek, I don't know about the other Polish students.
Okay, what's the next one? You haven't been...
Let's change this sentence from present. The first example is written in present.
Past simple.
It is written in past simple.
When you use stop in English, you can say two things. You can say, all right. So let's talk about this. For example, to stop doing something, or stop to do something, and it's completely different in meaning. Stop doing something. It's like I stopped drinking, smoking, going to the cinema, whatever. And the tense here is just past simple. Last week I stopped. What did you stop doing? I stopped drinking.
I see.
Now, when you stop to do something, for example, I stopped to drink, it means you physically stopped moving because you wanted to drink. It answers the question, why did you stop? Not what did you stop doing? So this is the question.
Wait a second.
What did you...
stopped drinking. Does this mean that I completely stopped to drink?
No, to drink.
I stopped smoking. Does this mean that I never ever smoke?
It means you will never smoke again. You quit. Finished.
So I give up smoking.
Yes.
Basically, I give up smoking.
Yes.
I give up drinking. I give up going to the cinema.
Yes.
And the second example?
The second example, when you stop to do something, it means you stop physically moving because you want...
I was drinking, but when my mom came, I stopped.
No, I was driving to Krakow. Listen to this. I was driving to Krakow. I had no water in the car, so I stopped to buy some water. I stopped to drink. I stopped, then I realized I needed the toilet. So I stopped, hold on, to drink and to use the toilet. It is a completely different meaning.
I see. So you stopped being my mother the day you left Williamsburg.
Yeah, okay, so explain what you think she means by that sentence.
She means that just because her mother left her behind, he is not her mother anymore.
In her mind.
In her mind. Of course, in her mind.
Yeah. And it's a very, very sort of emotional, deep thing to say. If you say, you stopped being my mother the day you left. It's something very deep and very meaningful. Okay, let's go back to sign.
Uh-huh.
Because we have a couple more. So sign up for something. It's like, for example, I'll give you another of my own examples. My son is 11 years old. He loves football.
American football.
No, he doesn't actually. Last year, I signed him up for football. It means I went to a club, I gave him his information to the club, I paid some money, and then every week he goes.
My question is, would you sign up? Would you sign up to be a shahid?
No. Now, how would you make a question in a conversation with that, with sign up for? Imagine we are having a conversation. You just gave a good question. Would you like to sign up to be a martyr because you think my shirt looks martyr-like? But what about in a normal context?
In a normal context, if you want to join to the English club, just sign up.
Remember that when we use join, we don't join to.
Okay, what about when can I sign up for English lesson?
When?
Where? Where can I sign up for English lessons?
Lessons. Remember this S. Yeah. You can sign up.
You can sign up for English lessons at or in.
With the secretary.
What do we call the place where the secretary works?
Reception.
Reception. Mm-hmm. So you can sign up for English lesson with the secretary, or you can sign up for English lessons at reception.
Perfect. Or with the secretary at reception. You can do both. Other things people sign up for, they sign up for skating lessons, football lessons, chess club, anything where you give your information and then participate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's another one you need for sign?
Sign off.
What does it mean?
I remember an example, but it is from British English. I'm not sure, but I think that means that you you are sick, and the doctor signed you off.
Yes, British English, the doctor can sign you off work.
If a doctor signs someone off, he sends a note to their employer saying that they are ill and that they are unable to go to work for a period of time. She was signed off by the doctor for a month.
So the doctor can sign you off work if you are ill. We will use that one. Americans don't really say that. I don't remember a situation when a doctor gave me a note that got me off of work. It's just a weird concept for me when I think about my time working in the United States. Let's do one more. And this one is important.
Let me think of it. So you sign up, you sign it up. Can you write it?
What?
What I am talking.
What I'm saying.
What I am saying. You sign it up. You sign it up.
Signed?
Signed. Past simple. You sign up your son for football lessons.
Okay.
But after 1 month, you decided to sign him off.
It's a very good guess.
Little A was very disappointed about let me think. Little A was very disappointed with it. No. I'm talking about a person.
Yeah, the trainers, the attitudes.
What is another word for trainer?
We don't say trainer about
Coach,
sports for kids.
coach.
We say coaches.
coaches.
Now, this is a good guess, but this is not what this means. Sign off on... No. Sign up for and sign off on are not opposites. To sign off on is not the...
is not the opposite of sign up.
You want an X?
This example.
I don't even know how to do that. But this is a good sentence. Now, let me explain sign off on. To sign off on something means to officially approve something. So, for example, the CEO has to sign off on every purchase made within the company. It means he has to use his signature on an official document to give permission for something.
Let me think, and I will try to give you an example. If your son would like to be a pilot, szybowiec.
A glider pilot.
If your son would like to be a glider pilot, you będziesz musiał. You have to sign off on some papers.
You would just say this: if your son would like to be a glider pilot, you have to sign off on it. And it means this. It means sign the documents because he's not 18 years old. Mm-hmm. Look at this. I wanted to buy a motorcycle, but my wife did not sign off on it. It means, this does not mean that...
It means that your wife doesn't want you to buy this shit.
She didn't give me permission. And we know from this expression that she's the boss. The boss usually signs off on things. If I want to take 1 month's holiday, my boss has to sign off on it. All right, so give me some, can you think of another example connected to your job?
Connected to my son.
Or whatever, your own example, it doesn't matter.
Okay. When I divorced and my son wanted to apply for a passport, I had to sign off on it.
Yes, you have to remember that in French...
Wait a second. Of course, I mean, my son wasn't mature at this time. My son wasn't an adult at that time. Mm-hmm.
That's time because it's in the past. It's not close to us. Now, remember this. In the expression to sign off on something, you cannot forget a word and you cannot change the order. So it always has to be sign off on. I need to sign off on some documents. I need to sign off on my son's holiday trip with this class.
I need to sign off on.
You cannot forget on because it changes the meaning.
If your beloved son.
Second conditional.
If your beloved son,
little a,
wanted to go to Ethiopia to be a volunteer, would you sign off on it?
If my beloved son, little a, wanted to go to Ethiopia to be a volunteer, I would absolutely sign off on it if he were old enough and could take care of himself. It would be a great experience. Do you have any questions?
Yes, maybe one, okay?
Okay.
If I can. Could you drop me off in, at, or to London?
In London.
Okay, Andrew, thank you very much for the lesson.
Thank you very much for the lesson. We will do it again soon, okay?
Okay, I want you to write me some examples for series I could watch on Flixnet?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay,
Netflix.
Perfect. I will. I'll send you a couple of suggestions.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Bye. Thank you so much.
See you soon. Thank you. If anybody is looking for English lessons online, please contact us below at the email address you see on the screen. We have Skype, we have Zoom, we have whatever, Google Hangouts, Meets. We can do whatever you want. We can do grammar, we can do test preparation, we can do slang, we can do phrasal verbs, idioms, anything you want. We hope you join us. We hope to see you soon. Stay healthy, stay safe.